Welcome to Krappy Kitchen. We're going to talk chocolate milk and Star Wars. First, chocolate milk. Stir it up. Great. Now you got chocolate milk. Let's talk Star Wars. Baby Yoda? Who's the father? Next slide. This man, the client, hires this man. Next slide. The Mandalorian. I don't know his name. Do you know his name? Pedro Pascal knows his name. It's a mystery. And then he's like, ooh, I want you to get me this thing. It is precious, and I'll give you your best God of Steel. Next slide. And then this guy pops out, Dr. Pershing, and he's like, be careful, it is 50 years old. What's his deal? He's just like one of the Kaminoans. Does he know how to clone? Did he work for Jango Fett? Next slide. This is what the timeline looks like, okay? So The Mandalorian is set 5 years after Return of the Jedi. And I lost my train of thought. Return of the Jedi, set 5 years after Return of the Jedi. And the neato thing about that is that the doctor, that's where I was. The doctor said this thing is 50 years old, whatever the Mandalorian's going on the hunt. So that means that when this thing was born, it was around the time of 50 years or so, math, before the Battle of Yavin. That means that he was born around the same time as the Phantom Menace happened. Next slide. Anakin Skywalker was born at the same exact time because he died 5 years before The Mandalorian happened at the end of Return of the Jedi because he was 46 years old when he died. Next slide. Yaddle. Yaddle was around during Phantom Menace when this thing was supposedly born. This baby Yoda was born. Next slide. I'm gonna say it right now. Yoda and Yaddle canoodled and have this baby Yoda. The math adds up. Yoda was 850 in The Phantom Menace, and he was 900 when he died. That's 50 years, and that's how old this baby is. Next slide. I know that the Jedi aren't allowed to have sex, okay? But sometimes they make exceptions. Not all the Jedi are virgins. Anakin, he broke it. But they're having exceptions like Kia di Mundi. Oh, I have not said next slide in a while, have I? Yeah. What side are you on? Next slide! This guy, Ki-Adi Mundi, Mr. Pointyhead, had many wives. You know why? Because his species was endangered, and the Jedi Council said, you know what? You can go out and get it. This pointy-headed man, he fucks. He fucks a lot, this pointy-headed man. Next slide. That's why I'm calling it right now, Yoda and Yaddle had this baby. Next slide. This adorable, scrumptious little cherub is the child of Yoda, and I refuse to hear anything else. Thank you for coming to Krappy Kitchen, and good night.